It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59.
And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time.
They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing the tone for this one.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Henry. They find some open field here. Uses the stiff arm. Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry with a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that.
And the Titans are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Yeah, he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there.
McCann now for the extra point. it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you did.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 76 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Henry running right. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 35. Here's Huntley. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. To throw, Huntley.
And it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Huntley to throw.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. Huntley. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hill. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll set up a throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. They're going to look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Take it at the 37. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Titan football. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Huntley. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Titans will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
On first down, Swift. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. There's the stiff arm.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Shart's got it, left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
2nd and a yard at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
And Ross St. Brown
there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
Looking to throw. Huntley. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On now is the Titans punter as he's on here to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. On now is the Titans punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone.
It's now 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. You might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, that's a drop killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. This will go to Henry out wide. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Huntley going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's now third down.
From the gun on third down. Huntley, open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have a Titans first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
That's good for a Tennessee Titans.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
There on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up second.
Henry again on second down. And they'll get this down to the 10. 119 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And the busy night for Henry continues. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Tucker McCann out now for the Titans field goal. This one from 35 yards away. McCann's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 20-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's good for our Lions.
On 1st down, Swift. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 2nd and 3. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. They'll set up to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now a timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's once again complete to Chark. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw again. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Noah Fant from 4 yards final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Huntley's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here's Huntley. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
To throw, Huntley.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football right now. I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try
and now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a give, right side, Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess we could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Huntley to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Huntley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Huntley. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. On now is the Titans punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 9. Brings up
2nd and 1. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. It's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for the Lions.
Swift, and inside the 20 before he's brought down.
57 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
4 yards remain for second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4. At the 13-yard line.
Now a carry for Swift.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They begin with Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive team.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play that time for the Titans.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
A give to Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal operating from the 8-yard line. From the gun, Huntley. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Charles Harris. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
Looking to throw.
Huntley.
And that will be caught, but out.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run on first down.
Swift, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Tennessee offense set to go again. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Running left, it's Henry. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Boy, 179 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running from the gun with Henry. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They complete it to Hill.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively. I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Huntley. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Javon Hargrave in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
McCann's kick up and good.
And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Running is Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. He's got his tight end Fant. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss for Swift left side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. This is the tight end Fant. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Here's Swift. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd and 5. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans now just about ready to take over. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Huntley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
One to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. All right, you used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a day. Now, because of the strength of that position and the sheer number of catches that they make as well as their dexterity, sometimes you have to put a cornerback on him because he might be the primary guy going out for a pass. It changes what they do defensively, and it's usually not good for the defense.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is the absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On first down, Huntley. That's caught by Ware. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Huntley. It's a slant to Hill. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have a Titans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. This will go to Henry out wide. That catch good for only a couple. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. Huntley throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth quarter lead. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 6 there on first. Here's Huntley. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. A really nice knockdown. You get so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they will take a knee here. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. And they take a knee. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this. Practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.